It's very ironic that I found this thing at the exact time. So that's a little Kenyan folklore. It's beautiful. The trees are huge. Haven't seen a single animal yet, which is kind of disappointing, but yeah, Nico Hapa. So today I'm here in Nairobi. I'll have to show it on a map. I think that's what I'll do. It's somewhere near Ruaka, not far from Nairobi CBD, not far from Garden City Mall, Kasarani sides. It's kind of in between those areas that I just named. It's Karura Forest. I know I'm not pronouncing it well. Oh, where's my light going? Karura Forest. I know I'm not pronouncing it well because I'm super Mzungu with my accent. I don't know how to roll my R. It's a pretty cool place. I wanted to give you guys a little bit more history as we go and narrate as we go, but I'm gonna have to narrate later. My light again. I'll have to narrate later because there's not really any placards. I've only found one placard that said like what we were looking at, so it's more of like a meandering through the jungle type vibe, but it's beautiful. Karura Forest. So check it out, guys. Let me just say this before I say everything, but I'm researching these locations that I'm filming, and to be honest, I struggle to find accurate and up-to-date information. So let me start off first with a short section from MongaBay.com. There's an article about this forest. It's very long. I'm only going to read one small section. And I quote, Karura Forest was protected in 1932 and originally measured 1,063 hectares, which is also 2,627 acres, making it the largest preserve in Nairobi, Kenya's capital. Developer incursions beginning in 1964 and continuing sporadically to the present years have cut the actual forest size almost in half. Only 564 hectares, 1,394 acres remain, according to a Kenyan report on illegal land allocations compiled by a lawyer we won't name, released in 2005. So before I do my next informational narrative, I just need to put out this disclaimer. I'm not trying to be political every time I make a video. As far as this forest, I really thought that I was just going to run a search on it, get a little bit of history about it, and some current up-to-date information about it. However, it seems to be draped in controversy and just a bit of the usual who did what. So it is what it is. I'm just going to offer this next narrative off of the official website for the forest. It is friendsofkarura.org. The Karura Forest Reserve is an urban upland forest on the outskirts of Nairobi, the capital of Kenya. This remarkable geographical location and natural resource is one of the largest gazetted forests in the world, fully within a city limits. It covers an area of about 1,000 hectares, and today is a shining example of how country-based corporate social responsibility and individual philanthropy can serve to secure and protect the country's natural resources. The forest offers eco-friendly opportunities for Kenyans and visitors to enjoy a leafy green respite from the hustle and bustle of the city to walk, to jog, or simply to sit quietly and experience the serenity of nature in all its diversity. Previously, the forest made headlines for all the wrong reasons, primarily because of crime and land grabbing. In 2009, the Kenya Forest Service, in partnership with the Friends of Karura Community Forest Association, embarked on an aggressive program to secure Nairobi's key natural resource. With all Karura's vast and vibrant beauty only a few kilometers from the heart of the city, it remains for Kenyans and visitors to lend their support by visiting the forest. The Kenya Forest Service and the Friends of Karura Forest invite you to take a walk in the woods and help protect the forest for future generations. The forest has a 15-meter waterfall, archaeological sites recently excavated with artifacts being analyzed, an old chimney incinerator used by the central bank for the burning of decommissioned currency up until the mid-1990s, an abandoned stone quarry pond now called Lily Lake, caves which are considered to be sacred by many and steeped in Kenyan history, formerly used by the Mau Mau freedom fighters as hideouts during the struggle for independence, patches of bamboo, marshlands that attract bird life including winter migrants from Europe and Asia, serene groves of secondary and primary indigenous trees. Alright guys, so that's about all I'm going to read doing these verbatim narrations, but I will just simply say, and to kind of polish off the write-up on the website, is that due to the history and turmoil that this land has experienced over the years, the forest has become a symbol of the fight against land grabbing in Kenya. And that is a direct quote from the website. So definitely check out the website. You can get more information on this place as far as the visiting hours. You can see photography. You can see a map. I'm going to include a map here on the video as well. And I'll just say it's definitely a beautiful, serene place. Unfortunately, whenever I went, we arrived after 4 p.m. and it was closing at 6 p.m. and the sun was, setting around 6 p.m. at that time. So we didn't get enough time to really explore it the way I would like to. I would love to pack a lunch to go there, middle morning someday and really take my time on the trails. I want to check out the trails and just take my time. Even from the list of features that I was just naming, I didn't get to say a single one of those things other than the trees and maybe a few birds in the trees. But nonetheless, I definitely enjoyed the place, and I hope you do too. Definitely comment in the comment section your favorite thing about this forest if you've been there. And next time I go, maybe you can recommend to me a certain section or area that I can go to. And I'll be sure to check that out. For foreigners, I'm trying to remember how much it cost me to enter. It wasn't much, maybe 600 shillings. I can't remember for sure. That's something else to check out on the website. For those not from Kenya, there are different prices for foreigners to enter these national parks. So you're always going to have your Kenyan price, and then you're going to have your foreigner price. That's just the way the game goes here. But regardless, compared to our foreign lifestyle, the prices to enter are really just quite friendly. It's kind of hard to complain. Alright guys, so Kenyan story time. Ironically, I just found this thing right when I hear this story. So one more time down here, I want you to see this maji. We know what maji is by now. Maji is water. So when you look closely, you see all these little things, little small spots making wakes in the water. So my tour guide here was just telling me, it's very ironic that I found this thing at the exact time. So that's a little Kenyan folklore that the young ladies, like back in the village, whenever they were young and developing, and if their breasts weren't developing well, they would come to the maji and they would catch these things and have those things bite their breast. So even in America, we see these things in the water. We've never discussed them before, or I've never heard like any folklore about them. So first time for everything, huh? So I totally forgot to get a shot of this bio fence, but it's definitely there. It was basically, if I remember well, it was like a net stretched across the machi from one side to the other, and it was full of bottles, old bottles, and it's like a trap for catching any kind of trash that might have been thrown into the water to keep it from passing through all the way and collecting it at another location. Now let's talk about these guys. So as you guys noticed from the footage, I didn't see a single animal the whole time, except one in the bush, but he was further back, so I couldn't tell what he was, but it was something bigger. And I tried to get silent like a hunter and get a little closer, and it ran away. And then right after that, I'm coming down the path, and I see this dark line across the path, and I'm thinking it looked like someone had poured water or something. And as I came close, these are army ants, and they will burrow into your skin and bite the piss out of you. So you have to exercise caution, but I'm just guessing that has to be at least 500,000 ants. Maybe it's 1,000,000, I don't know. But that was the one wildlife that I got to see specifically and up close. I thought this was a really cool feature as we were leaving. If the sun wasn't getting low, I would have loved to go down there and just do a little prayer and meditation session, a little yoga stretching. It's a pretty cool spot. These are the park benches that are throughout the forest, and yes, apparently Samsung is a friend of Karura. Well guys, that was Karura Forest. I hope you enjoyed. We made it out before the sun went down. Until next time.